Hello, this is PK-GamingDrew Omega, and welcome to my review of Voltron Lion Force. So, to start off, I'm going to admit I'm a fan of Voltron, specifically the vehicle team. But Lion Force is technically one of my favorites because of Legendary Defender, and yeah, that's about it. Legendary Defender was pretty good, minus Season 8. So, to start off, let's start with the story. Long ago, in the far reaches of space, started a legend. The legend was known as Voltron, Defender of the Universe. 5 robot lions that combine into a robot warrior. Years later, the Galaxy Alliance was formed after Voltron disappeared. And, well, suffice to say, Voltron was eventually needed once more, so the Galaxy Alliance sent 5 space explorers, Keith, Lance, Pidge, Hunk, and Sven, to look for it. However, they were captured. Together they escape and actually land on planet Eris, where they meet Karan and Princess Allura. Eventually, together, the 5 men would pilot the Lions and form Voltron once more. However, Sven would eventually get injured, and Allura would have to take his place. And then, a few episodes later, we're introduced to Lotor, Zarkon's son, and later on, they are reunited with Sven after Sven is rescued. And they eventually stop Zarkon and Lotor, who both escape at the end of the series. But the series doesn't end there. There's another season after this called Vehicle Force, but I'm not going to review that right now. First off, let's talk about next up the characters. First is Keith. He's the leader, and he wears the red armor, the red pilot suit, for some reason. Keith kind of always knows what to do. He's a leader type. He apparently had a fear of snakes or something. Next is Lance. I kind of like him. He's a bit of a show-off, kind of snarky in his own right. Then is Pidge. Not a fan of his voice, but I'm a fan of his character. In many versions of him, he's a very smart kid. Oh yeah, he's like a teenager in this, I think. Next is Hunk. Hunk's a heavy-set, strong man. Always using his bit hard-headed. Definitely uses his strength to help the Force. Then there's Sven. Oh jeez. I can't say much on Sven in this version of the show because, well, he only stayed a member of Voltron for about 7 episodes. Something I wish they hadn't done. They should have kept him around a little bit longer, but Allura does take his place, and Allura is a bit... I don't know, but Karan is a wise old man. He seems to know more about Voltron than the rest of the Force. If I didn't know about it, I'd say he was once a member of the Voltron Force in the original show. Because in Legendary Defender, that theory was not confirmed false. He wasn't a member. Alfor was, but more on that later. Next, the villains. Zarkon is cold, evil, cruel. He's cold and cruel. He takes pleasure in making his slaves fight robeasts. And eventually, when the space explorers escape, he orders robeasts and his army to go after them to Eris. Despite the fact Eris was in ruin when they left Eris in the last time they were there. And once they eventually Voltron just to help. Then there's Lotor. He's more cunning than Zarkon. Not to mention he has an eye for Princess Lura, but we're going to talk about that later. After a while, they stop the drools, and so, oh no, I'd give the show 4 out of 5. Pretty good. But they should have worked with Sven a little bit longer. And the whole Voltron being needed several times over became a bit repetitive. So, yeah, this is PK-GamingDrew signing off.